Most smaller breweries rely on draft distribution to reach beer lovers, but there is another option. It's Midwest Mobile Canning, and their cool machine is helping spread craft beer creations even farther. We went to our old friends at Peoria Brewing Company to see how it all works.
We're a mobile canning service for microbreweries and also some coffee brewers too. We're also canning some coffee in some areas. So what our goal is to can beer so that the microbrewers can get out into the marketplace and not have to put their capital into canning equipment. I'd rather see them put their capital into brewing, making more beer, than canning it, so I'm the source.
So this is our second canning run. We did our initial canning run about a month ago, and we had great success with getting it through our distribution channels. So we did another run. What's really cool about what we're doing is that we've actually brought canning back to the Peoria area. Pabst Blue Ribbon used to be located in Peoria Heights, and they left in about 1982. So we're the first brewery to bring canning back to this area.
So we went and watched them do it at Lionstone and Geneseo before we started doing it ourselves, and it was I was, skeptical at first, but I was impressed right then when we got there. I just didn't understand how a mobile thing would work. We didn't know if it was going to be a giant semi that pulled up and did it all on the semi or how it was, but they just come in with their box truck and wheel it right in, and it fits perfectly in there, and we haven't had an issue yet. A lot of places will have a lot of loss as far as foaming and stuff. We haven't had any issues with that right out of the chute, so we're fortunate in that sense.
I have two setups. I have two trucks, two machines, and I have 6 people that work for me. And all the equipment's in the truck. We roll the truck up to the brewery when the brewery's ready. They have the cans all ready. We've helped them with that process to get cans that are labeled. And we literally roll up to the doors and roll our equipment out. And as you see, it gets hooked up to their tanks, and some setup takes about an hour to set up, and we start canning their beer.
So today we're canning Eric the Red, which is our Irish Amber Ale, and Squeeze Play, which is a honey orange wheat. We'll do 2 fermenters, one of each fermenter, and then we'll do about 310 cases, give or take-ish.
Basically because we have to stay on top of distribution for the town and for the tap room here, so we do basically double of each of these the week or 2 weeks before.
Our machine will max out at about 39 cans a minute, so it depends on how much beer and how many cans we're going to can for the day. Today we're doing about 321 cases. We'll be out of here by 2:30 today. So probably this is about a 6-hour day roughly for 320 cans. We've done as much as 800 cans in one day, or 800 cases in one day. The cans are being rinsed with a sanitizer. We call that the twist rinse because it twists and it dumps the sanitizer out onto the floor or where you actually save it. Then it goes, the empty cans go into the actual canning line. We purge the can with CO2, so oxygen's bad for beer. So we're going to take the oxygen out by filling the can with CO2. Once the CO2 purges happen, we fill it with beer. We give it a little bit of CO2 sweep across the top before the lid drops on. The lid drops on. The lid goes through the seamer, which crimps the lid on, and it comes out into a little bit of a water wash. And you see it get packaged with the handles, either a 6-pack or a 4-pack, and into the 24 cases and onto the distributor. If it works for mobile, there are big mobile trucks that do wine, and that's where this concept really came from. If it works for wine, filling bottles with wine out of huge semis, why can't it work to roll in a small machine into a brewery and fill cans? And that's really how it started about 6 years ago with a couple guys in Longmont, Colorado. And they developed this whole concept. They developed the machine with Wild Goose Technologies out of Boulder, Colorado. And then they developed an affiliate organization where we pool our buying power. So I pool my buying power for lids for cans, for the cardboard, for the handles, with a group of other guys that are doing it with me, so I can buy it cheaper than if a brewery tried to do it themselves. And then I pass that savings on to the brewery along with canning their beer. And so that's kind of how it started. I saw it, I read it, I decided, you know, let me research that. I did. I decided to do it. It took me 9 months to get my first machine, and we started canning beer about, it'll be a little over 3 years ago, and now we're canning for over 30 breweries. Mostly Illinois, Wisconsin, some in Minnesota. I'm talking to 3 breweries now in St. Louis, so we'll be in Missouri, and I'm talking to 2 breweries over in Iowa, so we'll be in all those states in that whole area. Okay, I have 6 people, including myself. So I have 6 people going around. You know, I have 2 teams canning beer. Sometimes we're canning 2 places on the same day, okay? We're literally canning every day of the month somewhere. And so it takes, you know, my team is 2 people per machine. The brewery furnishes 3 to 5 people for pushing the empty cans into the machine and packing at the end. So, you know, it can be anywhere from 5 to 7 people on a day. We've canned for some breweries that once their cans got out, their request for kegs tripled. So it's all marketing. It's a marketing issue to get to the end users of the beer, and the end user says, "Wow, that's pretty cool beer," and goes into a bar and says, "Hey, do you have Squeeze Play on tap?" And they go, "No, but we might be able to get it," and that's happening everywhere.
These guys do a great job, so I love working with them.
You're a modern day Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks a lot, Terry.
All right, thank you.
The Brewed Passport is here. Go to WQAD.com to see how you can get deals at these locations.
Bill, I'd like to do a public service announcement with you right now, if I could.
Okay.
And I hope you appreciate this, because it's been my privilege over the years to know a lot of great beer delivery guys for Anheuser-Busch on both sides of the river and various places. And I just wanted, if you disagree with me, please feel free.
Okay.
When you see Bill and his brethren delivering beer at these accounts, you might think it's funny to say, "Hey, free samples today?" They've heard that joke. They've heard that joke a million times. And the thing is, because they're the face of a great corporation, they have to smile and be polite when you say it. But you are killing these gentlemen when you say, "Hey, free samples today." There are no free samples. You can purchase beer at their various accounts. Stop telling that joke. It was never funny, not even the first time. Bill, do you agree with this?
100%.
Right,
yes.
right. But you're a good sport about it.
Right.
But it's not funny, so knock it off.